Green Bay, home of the Packers. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, set to get this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Cowboy 80.
Williams in motion. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's right side and brought in by Williams. He's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9.
65, Cardinal, 18, go.
Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
He's got his man. Right side, it's complete. And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line. 14 on the pickup. 1st down, Detroit.
Come on. Hey.
1st down, Lions.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Micah Parsons. He gets in for an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100. It would have certainly been a terrific career to this point. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. Working free downfield. It is Williams. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. 2 times they've connected on this drive now. This one for 21 yards and a 1st down.
At the 43-yard line.
From the gun, here's Gibbs. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. Left side, it's caught. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. A pickup there of 19 yards. Good for a Lions 1st down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
And he'll get about 5. He'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
Here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 70, Timberwolves. Ready,
That's quickly out to Williams. And he will That's his third touchdown catch this year.
And this is certainly what they've wanted to do all season long, and it's a huge reason, Mike, for this winning streak. Their ability to jump teams early and play with a lead. Everything is so much easier for the coach, for the offense, for the defense. Playing with a lead in the NFL is the ultimate position to be in.
Makes the score Lions 7, Packers nothing.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll run. It's man for Virginia Tech, Paschal Tinton. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard. Right back to Tinton. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out.
Pretty fortunate right there, Mike. If that ball bounces just a different direction, that could easily be a turnover or even points the other direction.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. We'll try to run it here with Jacobs.
So after giving up a touchdown to start the game, you'd hate to then turn around on your opening drive and give the ball back after a 3-and-out. So that's a nice hard run there, nothing fancy, but just maintain possession and get a fresh set of downs.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
19 Tiger. Cowboy in.
Now this time they'll look to throw. The catch is made. This is Tucker Kraft. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. 23 yards on that pass play. 1st down, Packers.
And it's his first catch of the game, and it ends up being a good one. All week long, we talked about how this dominant secondary wanted to take away their best targets, and he continues to make plays like that. Their top 10 ranking could take a hit by the end of this one.
Back to throw. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. Oh, yeah. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That screen goes for 12, and that's a 1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Now think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. And we're back. Lambeau Field in just a moment. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
Come on, Bronco 80. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Cougar 19.
Up the middle they go. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
3rd and 6.
Here we go, set. Liking H. Ready.
Now, faking the give. That one, taken in. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown, Packers. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. It allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
Deputy. Cougar 19.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a 1st down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. That one out wide to Gibbs. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Give him 14 on that one. 1st down, Detroit.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Edger and Cooper, they're on the tackle.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. They'll bring St. Brown in motion.
Ready.
Once again, it's Gibbs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Lions 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
It is a huge play for Detroit. And even 30 yards. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. He is hit before he can get rid of it. And down he goes. 1st down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal.
19, 18. Cup 19, Cup 19.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's caught by Gibbs. And they get a little bit back there, but still a long ways to go. Coming up with 3rd and goal.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
3rd and goal.
65.
Quick throw here is complete. And the drive stalls out as he's brought down. And the field goal unit likely to come on here on 4th and goal. On now is Andres Borregales for the field goal try. No issues there. This one is good. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
After on the 35-yard line.
ATL shouted on disrespect. I put up off your thing like this, cause you ain't winning this PI. Lil John and the East Side boy with me, and we all like to see Tigo. So bring yourself over here, girl, and let me see you get low. If you want this dude, now take it to the floor. But if you want to act, you can keep yourself where you at.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Left side, he finds Brown. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. That's good for 27 and a first down.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60.
On first down, they'll go with Tootin. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
70 Lion.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's complete to his running back, Bashal Tootin. And he is out of bounds down at the 21. They get an even 20 on that one. Good for a Green Bay first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Y'all can't talk about basic. Anybody more power?
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Set up the screen here for Tootin. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. The Lions all their first time out. Talk things over before 3rd down.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on 2nd down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to 3rd. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up fourth down. And Detroit's going to use their second timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Packers will tie this game up here late in the first half.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff will get a chance to look him over during the break. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. He'll go left side here and complete this one.
Complete to number 3. 4 yards on the picture. 2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
Come on, come on. Hey!
He'll get that into the hands of Williams. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Throwing now from the gun. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
They'll look to throw again. It is caught left side by St. Brown. Here's the 3rd and final timeout for the Lions, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to, what they call, punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open.
The ball comes out. Unfortunately, one of the Lions in there to get on it, and Detroit keeps possession. So on 4th down, here's Bryce Berringer to punt. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Back to the air once more on second down. He will let this go. Deep downfield for Dell. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Throwing now on 1st and 10. Again, working deep downfield. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. A big one there to start the second half. It's a gain of 49.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here is Newton. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal.
Well, that certainly didn't take long. 2 back-to-back really nice plays. This one on the ground, and this is the idea, Mike. Every offense in the league, you want to strike fast. You want to have big, explosive plays. Now you find yourself here, 1st and goal.
Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. And he'll take this one in. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown, Green Bay. His 2nd TD of the game. This one gives his team the lead.
It just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. To the air now on 1st and 10. Hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll shut up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Come on, come on.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete, but there's a penalty flag on the field. We'll let the officiating crew sort this one out.
Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. A gain there of 11. 1st down, Detroit.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. They'll pick up 23 on that one. Good for a Lions 1st down.
On the ready.
Back to the air one more time. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Ready?
From the 31, here's 2nd and a couple.
Let's go now. Cowboys!
They hand it to Gibbs. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. First down, Detroit.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 19, 18. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go.
Handoff here, up the middle. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. The RPO, it's caught by St. Brown. And he is out of bounds at the 4-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready, right?
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and he will take it in himself. Touchdown, Detroit. That's his 2nd touchdown tonight. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. In this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Something lost and never seen. Every time I start to believe, something taken from me. Life's gotta always be missing.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Pass caught right side by Kraft. And he will score. Tucker Kraft. Touchdown, Packers. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
This returnable from the 4. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Good return as he takes it across the 30. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for. They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Go!
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down.
Ready? Go!
He'll look to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
70 Timberwolves. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Now they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
Result of the play.
So I'm not sure if this is miscommunication or just bad execution, but either way, this is a ball that just needs to be completed. I mean, it's 4th down, money moment. You've got to be good in these critical situations, and when there's opportunities for plays to be made, you got to make them.
This drive begins with a run by Tootin. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
At the 45-yard line.
On the ground, here's Tootin. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
70 left. 70 Timberwolves. 70 Timberwolves.
Another run here with Tootin. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Second and 10. Now this time they'll look to throw. And they'll take this down inside the 35. First time they've looked his way all game long. It comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
19 more on that one, and another 1st down.
The 12-yard line.
Bison, 60 Bison. Check go.
Run out of the gun, and it's Tootin. And he's into the end zone. That might be a knockout punch. Facial Tootin. Touchdown, Green Bay. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
He'll look to throw here on 1st down. Moving to his right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll sound 2nd down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Dragon 60.
Hill look to throw. Now, deep shot for Amon-Ra. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Evan Williams. And they will finally get them as he's brought down near the 40-yard line.
It makes sense to try to push the ball downfield, Mike, and go to the air when you find yourself trailing by this deficit. But it also makes you very predictable. You see the defense, they're in nickel personnel, extra defensive backs on the field. It gets that much harder to throw when the defense knows it's coming.
On the ground, it's Tootin to start the drive. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down.
2-possession lead, fourth quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
Let's go. Cougar 19. Let's go.
1st down, they'll go back to Tootin. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. He fought through that first contact. He'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Third, they need 8. Play action. He'll set up to throw. And they're going to get to him and take him down. Taken back to the other side of midfield.
So the defense finds themselves in a tight spot. They have very little room for error at this point in the game, Mike, so they have to continue to get off the field, no more points, and that sack's going to go a long way towards doing it.
Set to kick this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And great coverage on special teams. They'll mark it down inside the 5-yard line.
Ready, ready. County Lions. Connect. County Lions. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger. Panther 11. Panther.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
We see this time and time again in the NFL, Mike. You want to play quarterback at this level? You better figure out a way to be able to bounce back following a bad throw, a bad series, a bad game. And in this case, he's got to bounce back from a pick on the last drive, and he's got to find himself some easy completions and settle himself back into this one.
Oh, he's going to find his running back downfield. Big connection there. They get all the way near midfield on that one. A big play after being backed up. A pickup of 44 yards.
This is pretty high-level quarterback play right here. He knew before the snap, all he had to do was manipulate one defender with his eyes, and once he bit, ball comes out, on the money, big pickup.
Here's 1st and 10. That's caught by Gibbs. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That one taken in by St. Brown. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
They'll look to throw yet again. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On the set.
The Lambeau faithful making as much noise as they can before 3rd down.
Victorious, 70. Ready.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
Defense has a chance to all but end this game, but they can't secure the interception, and now the offense has new life. But is there enough time? Do they have enough opportunities still to find themselves in position to go try to pull this one out?
Come on, come on. Hit. 60 by 6, 60 by 6. Street. Hook, go street.
They'll put a receiver in motion right.
Cardinals.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Jacobs to start the drive, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. A gain of 14, good for a quick first down.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and
5. 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is. First down.
That's good. We're up Troopers. First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
So, it's a win.